Hola, cage fighting connoisseurs. This is KidNativeBloodyElbow.com, joined once again by the ineffable, the ineluctable, the inevitable Eugene S. Robinson, author of Fight Something.
Oh, come on.
Come on, everything ass kicking, wanted to know.
Everything about nobody asking, I'm afraid to get asking for asking.
There you go.
Even the children know this by now. All right.
Well, not my children, so they're not allowed to watch the show. That's an important thing. We are here for the Care Don't Care preview of UFC Fight Night 96, Lineker versus Dodson. Yes, the bantamweights are headlining a fight night, and boy, Eugene, you better give us a disclaimer before we start saying
okay. Crybabies, bedwetters, malingerers, grumblers, work-shy individuals. This has less to do with your skills or talents as a human being or a fighter, and much more to do with the marketing heft and weight that the Bald One and William Morris have put behind you. So if you don't like the fact that you're on the don't care list, fight an exciting fight and move to the care list. Proviso, the way you move to an exciting fight is not to end the third round with a split decision. That probably means you both suck and should go home and think about your lives. So until then, don't come crying to us.
There you go. And one note, I should say, Paul Felder, our proud graduate, we always mention as going from don't care to care, got beat with the axe to the head style cut on the eyebrow Saturday night. Do we still care?
He was pushing it anyway. He was like one of those guys who like worked so hard to get to the top, like Brian Ebersol, that he didn't. It seems like he doesn't really have much steam post getting to the top, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian Ebersol had that one. You know, he had his one rocky moment. He really turned it up, and people were like, oh, where's this guy been? How did he hide from us for so long? He's great. And then his next fight, he was like, man, I've been doing nothing but eating cheese and getting laid, and I actually want me to fight, and this is rough. Never was quite the same, and now he's retired. So
that's true. Ebersol, though, had much more cage experience.
How do you like my vision of what rich guys do?
Eat cheese and get laid all the time?
It's like you can tell it's like a 14-year-old talking about having sex. Oh, well, it's like, you know, lots of eating cheese and getting laid.
I see. Or like a 14-year-old talking about being out on their own. Man, when I'm 19, I'm just going to party every day, all night, every day a party. Yeah. So let's dive right into this card. The main card's going to be on Fox Sports 1, but the prelim card's going to be on Fox Sports 2, and the prelim card is going to be on UFC Fight Pass, and it features one of those name-ish kind of fights that they like to sneak in on Fight Pass. So,
okay, all right.
We'll jump in with 4 fights.
I tell you honestly, man. I gotta say it. I felt kind of bad. Last week having so few cares on the card, and then I realized it's not my fault. You know.
I'm glad you forgave yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if I go to Red Lobster. Is it my fault that I don't want the popcorn shrimp? It's not my fault.
If you go to McDonald's, is it your fault you're afraid to try the lobster roll?
Correct. I mean, you know, nobody told them to put fucking coconut in those shrimp. Who wants shrimp and coconuts?
Some people like coconut shrimp.
Those are assholes.
Well,
okay, sorry.
I'm right here. Okay, I'm right here.
we've got far afield.
Yes. All right. So let's dive right into it. UFC Fight Pass prelim card, starting with women's bantamweight, Kelly Faszholz and Vieira.
I don't care.
Me neither. Sorry, ladies. Now we've got heavyweight, Cody East and Curtis Blaydes. Blaydes with a Y, not to be confused with any other famous people named Blaydes.
Is his fight nickname Sharp? He's
maybe shiny.
Curtis, shiny blades, steely blades. I don't give a shit.
No, sorry, guys. Although it could be a knockout. Always heavy, lumbering.
Where the heavyweights are, it could be just a lot of shaking going on.
Yeah, a whole lot of shaking going on. All right. Light heavyweight, Jonathan Wilson and Ion Cutelaba.
I like the name Ion Cutelaba, but not enough to care.
Yeah.
Where is Ion Cutelaba from?
I don't know. He doesn't have a Wikipedia entry. I am very curious as to his nationality.
How is he spelling Ion?
I-O-N. It's a very novel name to me. And Cutelaba, I'm wanting to guess is Brazilian, but
this is my friend Electron.
Positron.
My child Positron.
He's from Moldova.
Oh, okay. Here's my daughter, Neutrino.
She's invisible except to the.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah, so Moldova. So that's very interesting. Moldova, a very tiny country between Romania and Ukraine.
Moldova just came up for some reason. I was just talking to somebody.
Well, it's the spam capital of the world. And denial of service attack capital of the world.
I think that's maybe why it came up, actually. All right.
A lot of smuggling action. The Albanians love it there. It's a great place to go.
I'm afraid of Albanians.
Hey, I'm not going to just slur an entire country, but I am too. So,
well, you didn't say why you're afraid of them. You could be afraid of them because they're
John Belushi was scary, man.
That's right. You tricked me with this before when I accused Belushi of being Armenian.
Yeah, no, Albanian, man. I mean,
oh, you found your boots.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great people that came by way of Albania. So anyway,
you go to Aussie and type in Albanian mafia, and you read the piece I wrote, and I didn't even put in half the stories. And then, of course, I had angry Albanians writing, like, we're not all mafioso. And I was like, yeah, tell it to the fucking Italians. They're still angry about The Godfather and The Sopranos. Nobody cares.
Yeah, go cry to some Nigerians, guys. But
I just rewatched The Incredible Hulk, right? And Tim Roth.
The Ang Lee version?
No, the Letteria with the Tim Roth. And then so Tim Roth turns into this super soldier of the future and starts ripping up the street in Harlem, right? And so I immediately, given that my mother lives in Harlem, I immediately start to, and I've been to Harlem several times, had a girlfriend of a long time, girlfriend in Harlem. I immediately start, in other words, I've got a 40-year history with this place. So I start immediately counting the numbers of black folks that I see on the street scene in front of the Apollo in this Hollywood version of fucking The Incredible Hulk.
It was a respectable sprinkling, let me guess.
One.
Just a little pepper in the mashed potatoes?
I counted one.
One
black. All right.
Very diverse.
Yeah.
The
for Harlem. It's like you couldn't even give us fucking Harlem.
Well, they didn't want to alarm anybody in foreign markets, Eugene.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Yeah, so it's all good commercial concerns. Okay, so here's the fight. This is the name fight for Fight Pass middleweight.
So far, look at my tote sheet of cares.
It's blank. Is that a checkbook?
No, I don't know who uses checks anymore.
I know.
It's a flyer for the Sorrow Academy.
Ah, I see. You're
my favorite one here is fourth on the list. If you can see right here, what does it say?
Respect for others.
Boost confidence. That's a joke. Respect for others and boosted confidence are a joke as well.
Well, your confidence certainly seems boosted.
Yeah. Okay. Him standing over me telling me you horrible is.
Well, he's keeping you in line. He knows he's got a range of acceptable confidence that he's trying to keep you in. All right. Now this is the big one, Eugene. Try to brace yourself. Get your cares ready. Tamdan Barncat McCrory versus Nate Marquardt.
Oh, I care.
Yeah, because the Barncat, right?
Both of them. Yeah. And Nate did well his last outing, right? So.
Let me check on that. I sort of boxed that out.
No,
Nate, he got knocked out by Thiago Santos, who we just saw get knocked out. But in the fight before that, he knocked out CB Dalloway. So
that's the one I paid attention to. Between those fights, he had another fight.
Yeah, he fought Thiago Santos in Cutelaba in May and got knocked out.
But when was the Dalloway fight?
In December of last year.
I'm like Billy Pilgrim here. My sense of time is fucked.
Yep. Time.
I remember Dalloway. I don't remember. I don't remember Santos. So he's
had exactly 2 wins in the last 4 years and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses. So.
But I'm not sure. I don't know if I feel like trusting Barncat McCrory. I like his grappling, but he's sort of custom made for Marquardt to knock out because he's big and rangy, but doesn't have a good jab and could let Marquardt get inside. I think I'm going to go with Nate on this one. So
I'm going to go with the Barncat, just betting against Nate, but I could be wrong. Of
course, what happens if Nate loses this? He becomes a Gicta. Sorry, that's the way it goes.
He should have been a Gicta a long, long time ago, Eugene. I think
He was a gict. He was a gict, but a Gicta, that's an extreme measure, you know.
I see. Well, to me, his serial abuse of performance-enhancing drugs combined with his sanctimonious Christianity has made him.
I forgot he was a sanctimonious Christian.
Yeah, and a cheater. So
and a cheater. Yeah, those
serial
go hand in hand. There was who was that congressman? I love that guy, the Florida Republican congressman, who they kept finding him in men's rooms with penises in his mouth. And
are you confusing with Idaho Senator Larry Craig?
Not Larry Craig or Mark Foley, but this other guy. And then they finally the cops on the scene arrest him in the bathroom. Right? The sting operation.
Is this I was afraid?
Yes.
State rep. Yes.
I like the state representative. The guy was like, I went in that bathroom, and there was some black guys in there, and I was afraid. You know. So
I mean, that's fight or flight. Fillet.
Fight, flight, or fillet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I picked one.
Maybe he'd been in jail. Maybe it's something he learned in juvie.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I like guys like that out in that thin ice or the tightrope, trying to come up with shit to explain shit that can only be explained one way. I mean, he was digging deep for creative thinking. I was afraid.
Well, it works.
I don't know what you do when you're afraid, but
it works to the police when they shoot people.
Yeah, right. That's right.
They just shot a guy having an epileptic seizure in a parking lot last night. So
did they?
Yeah.
Where?
In California.
I can't. There was another shooting. I can't. Let me ask. Was the guy black?
You got it.
Epileptic
seizure.
A black epileptic got
his
shot.
Sister foolishly called an ambulance when he had the seizure, and the police.
She called an ambulance. Well, what did she expect?
Exactly. Exactly. Flavor Flav tried to warn everybody about 911.
Yeah, 911 is a joke. Actually,
Yep.
911 is not a joke. So they killed the epileptic.
Yes.
How do you like that?
Yeah. There's already protests.
Yet they took the Washington State mall shooter in
cuffs.
Dylan Roof. They gave him a hamburger and some.
I do believe that they killed the Houston lawyer turned Nazi mass shooter that we had earlier this week. Although they wouldn't call him a terrorist, despite the fact he's wearing a Nazi uniform while he goes around.
Hey, wearing a Nazi uniform doesn't make you a Nazi, my friend.
Wearing a Nazi uniform and shooting people on the street, does that get you?
Yeah, he is freedom of the streets, I guess. Yeah,
So I mean,
I'm still really, really happy about that Guardian headline about that Oxford scholar wrote the book about how all the Third Reich were all high. And I don't remember the title of the book, but I remember the title of the article, which was HIGH Hitler. I was actually going to write the author and said, I don't know who wrote your headline, but fuck it, from one professional to another, hats off to you. That's fucking great.
I knew that would be right down your wheelhouse. Talking about Hitler.
Did you send that to me? Somebody said that to me. I don't know who's. Oh no, somebody on Twitter said it to me. So.
Yeah, I posted on Facebook. All right, so we've gotten to the Fight Pass card, and we had exactly one care. So that's a 25% care rate, which for this card is pretty good.
Okay.
Now we're on to Fox Sports 2. We've got 4 fights. This is Saturday night, UFC Portland. Welterweight, Keita Nakamura, Keitaro Nakamura versus Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos.
I don't care, man. Come on.
It's hard for me to give up on Keitaro, and he just won his last fight.
Whatever.
So
did I.
Unlike you, Keitaro didn't clinch anyone to get a decision or a tie or any of that.
Oh, I'm being mocked for my jiu-jitsu style.
Your jiu-jitsu style. The standing robe hug. This is a style.
Oh, he doubled down. Standing robe hug is what he called it. Okay.
All right. So,
haters will hate.
Yeah, Keitaro beat Kyle Noak last time, so I'm going to pick him. I'm going to care, and I'm going to pick him. Keitaro fever, sweeping the nation.
All right, I'm going to write this down. Keitaro on your side of the equation. All right, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right, so heavyweight, Shamil Abdurakhimov.
Shamil, Slamazel, Shots and Beverage Corporated.
Yes, in honor of the late Gary Marshall. Yes, versus Walt Harris.
Oh wow! I almost care. But who's it again?
Shamil Abdurakhimov versus Walt Harris. Walt Harris has been flirting with caredom.
I know, and I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna actually care. I want to counter your Keita with an obscure care of my own.
I see.
Walt Harris and another Dagestani.
He is Avar. He's from the
Avar.
He's Dagestani, but of Avar heritage.
Let's go for Shamil, Shlamazel.
Yeah, I got to go with the Dagestani over Walt Harris as well.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Yes. All right. So I was flirting with the idea of throwing the slur Bama out there just to rile you up, but I'll let that pass. As Walt Harris is from Alabama. All right. So featherweight. I know you New Yorkers like to throw that term around.
No. A friend of mine had a great screen name at one point, which I wanted to rip off and use for something, and he called himself for a long time Alabama Anger.
Alabama Anger. That's not bad.
He had a long Snuffy Smith beard at the time. I was like, that's a great name.
So is Bama painful for you because people from Harlem would call you Brooklynites Bamas? Or
no, nobody from Harlem ever called people fucking Brooklyn. Are you kidding? Brooklyn per fucking square mile had more criminals than any other fucking borough. It's like when the Sorrow Academy shows up.
So you just say Bama for Snoop Dogg and other West Coast rappers when they visited?
Yeah, who are from the South. You know, all those guys.
California is the South now?
No, all the Okie in Southern California is populated with Okies, as well as they came to work the fucking Navy yards, as well as blacks from the South, Mississippi, and so on.
I see.
How far removed do you think he is from fucking Mississippi? Not very, man.
I see. Well, couldn't that be said about most anybody?
No. My family's been in the North since like 1870, man. As soon as we could, got the fuck out of South Carolina.
I see. So I love these intra-group distinctions. That's where racism really gets fun.
Well, of course. I mean, if I were to call you a monkey chaser, you would not have any response of monkey. What? Chasing monkeys? Yeah, but if I call somebody who comes from Barbados a monkey chaser, they get very angry.
I see. Yeah, it's how it works. Call me a limey.
Hey, the first time I was called a black nigga, it was by a Panamanian woman, and I just laughed in her face. I was 10 years old. She, you get out of here, you black niggas. I was like, ah, you're as black as I am. What are you talking about? And that's what I said.
I see. All right. So now we've got featherweight Hacran Diaz versus Andre Fili.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I care.
Yeah, I care about both these guys, but do you have a pick?
I feel like touchy-feely has screwed me before.
I think both these guys are pretty much gicks. I mean, they tend to have a lot of blue, green, and pink in there. Yeah, Fili is a win-loss kind of guy, coming off a loss to Yair Rodriguez.
Yair Rodriguez is fucking tough, though.
Yeah. Although he didn't do as well in his last fight, but he did a fancy flying head kick and knocked out Fili. So, and Diaz is coming off a loss to Cub Swanson, but he didn't get knocked out. So,
yeah, I'm gonna go with Fili.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Diaz just because the guy has a knack for making fights boring and tedious, and I think he's gonna shut down Fili's nonsense.
You love those guys, man.
I hate them, but I'm just
you love to hate them. Yeah, Francis Carmont, and or GSP laying on your pro.
I never got that upset about GSP. GSP had wowed me so many times in his youth.
Yeah, in his youth.
That I had great respect for what he was doing.
You know what I think?
What's that?
I think he's not coming back.
I think it's all just haggling with Dana and GSP, and I think.
Well, let me correct him, Proviso. I don't think he'll come back in time enough to actually be able to do what he needs to do. I think he'll come back, but I think by the time they finish haggling, it will be like he will have squandered very valuable time fucking around. Well, not fucking around.
He's got a Hall of Fame career. I think for him, getting over on Dana and making some money is all that matters. I mean.
Well, okay. How do you feel about BJ Penn being back? Okay. Because you have a bad feeling about this, like I do.
If BJ hadn't looked so terrible in his last couple of fights, I mean, BJ went from a guy who's an athletic phenom to a guy in his mid-30s that you're physically worried he's going to keel over and die. I mean, and feeble. I mean, this is a guy with one of the most iron chins of all time. Now he drops like a fly. He used to have incredible power in his hands, and now he has no hand speed, no power. It's just sad. I think it's sadism that they're bringing him back. I mean,
yeah. Well, he's not been one of those guys not well liked either. I mean, he's had his run-ins with the bald one, but he's a name.
He is a name, and they're desperate for names. And see, that's why I think
what happened with this legal case with the?
It never went anywhere. Never went.
Okay, all right.
So, and who knows? Who knows? We don't know. We can't say. Eugene.
That's right. We don't know.
All right. So we can't speculate. It'd be irresponsible to say.
We weren't there. What do we know?
Exactly.
I mean, I wasn't in Auschwitz in 1944. What do I know?
Exactly. 6 million, 1 million. Who knows? So many numbers. It's
like Mel Gibson's dad said. Well, what about the 6 million? He goes, hey, they wandered off. Well, people that wartime people wander off. It happens.
Oh yeah, the Gibson.
I forgot. Here's a bit of gossip.
Yep.
Here's a bit of gossip for you. Mel Gibson. You've heard Mel Gibson is the woman he's with now is pregnant with his 9th child.
9th child.
The woman who's going to have his 9th child is a former friend of my children and a teammate from their vaulting team.
So she's a youngin'.
Yeah, she's probably like 23 or something at this point, 24.
Well,
that's only slightly more horrible than.
Look at it this way: studies now show that older men give defective sperm, just like older women give more frequently defective eggs. So she's helping reduce the chances he's going to have some kind of, disabled.
Well, I'm more concerned about his recent blast about how the Jews tried to sabotage my last movie. It's like he just won't stop, man. The guy just won't fucking stop. What the excuse before was he was drinking? Come on, man.
Well,
a drunk man's words or a sober man's thoughts.
That's a scary thought. Oh well, to Mel Gibson, Hollywood's greatest anti-Semite, currently practicing.
Well, I'm sure that's not true, but the one that we caught.
Most open anti-Semite. So, all right. So, light heavyweight, Luis Henrique de Silva versus.
Oh, did we make a pick in this last one?
Yeah, I picked Diaz. You picked Fili.
That's right. Okay. All right.
Come on.
All right.
Keep up. All right. So, light heavyweight, Luis Henrique de Silva versus Joachim Christensen.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care either. All right, now we move on to Fox Sports 1. Only 4 fights on the big Fox Sports 1 card, starting with flyweight Louis Smolka and Brandon Moreno.
Almost care because of Smolka, but not enough.
I do care because of Smolka, although he's flirting with Gicht territory for me. But I think he can beat this guy. I think unless Brandon Moreno is really hot stuff, Smolka might get a knockout to start the card. So I'm picking.
You think you can beat him? It doesn't mean shit. I could beat this old lady out here. What it does? Come on.
Hey, and if it was entertaining, I'd watch it over and over again on Walt Star Hip Hop.
Okay.
And what if said old lady pulled out a can of Mason at Truncheon and just lit you up?
And one thing I'm noticing about the Harley's book. And I think it's common to people who have been traumatized as children. Like I'm talking about street fucking violence, is that pretty much he is never ever without a weapon, even as a black belt in jiu-jitsu, Renzo Gracie black belt in jiu-jitsu, and a guy with actually an MMA career behind him as well. I'm 4 years old, so 49 years old, still never without a weapon, never ever. It's like. If you get fucked up when you're younger, man, you say like that shit's never gonna happen again. I don't think I've spent a single day without a weapon since I was 13, since 1975.
Does wasp spray and a miniature baseball bat count as a weapon?
Anything, man. Anything that you have with you with the expectation that you will be using it to defend yourself if shit could go south. Because what I discovered is in New York City that the time when I most had to fight was the time when I least expect. I'd be walking along going, man, what a great day. I just feel fucking great. I feel so, what the fuck are you looking at? Bing! Come on, man. Shit. I'm just enjoying the day,
Yeah.
So
somebody saw that happiness, and
I'm kind of reading and going, man, this sounds familiar. This sounds like This sounds like me.
Well, you and Harley Flanagan, peas in a pod. All right. So you don't care about Smolka? I do, because I'm a hardcore fan, Eugene. I'm not one of these fair weather, Johnny come lately types like yourself. All right. So lightweight, Zach Ottow and Josh Burkman at lightweight.
Sorry, man. I almost want to care because of Burkman. But you know what? It's like Whoopi Goldberg. What? Oh, the whole country is afraid to hurt the guy's feelings? Get out of here. Come on, man. So what? No.
Yeah, and Burkman's lost 3 out of his 4 fights in the UFC and would have been 4 out of his last 5 fights if the Lombard loss hadn't been overturned. So, yeah. Why he hasn't been cut, I don't know. I do not know.
So are you saying you care here?
No, I'm sorry. I just can't.
Yeah, at a certain point, you just got to get tough. You got to get. I mean, I'm doing it. It hurts me more than it hurts them.
That's a bold stand, Eugene, and we appreciate that you're willing to take the pain. We really do. All right, so now
I haven't got time for the pain. Who sings that?
I don't know. Anthony Kiedis, your favorite?
Oh no, very definitely not him.
I don't know. I can't tell.
It's a super song of the 70s. I haven't got time for the pain. Something like that. Somebody will figure it out.
Is it the people who did Afternoon Delight?
No, Afternoon Skyrocket wasn't that. What that people mistakenly believed that was Captain and Tennille. Was not Captain and Tennille.
No, that was like a group that did that and nothing else.
Yeah, that was it. One-hit wonders. Captain Tennille broke
Carly
up.
Simon haven't got time for the pain.
Oh yeah, there you go. And
this is a woman who married junkie James Taylor. So
well, he not only junkie but bipolar lunatic,
and allegedly wife beater as well.
Wife beater. Well, are you confusing him with Jackson Brown?
No, Jackson Brown is confirmed wife beater, I believe.
Confirmed. Yeah. It's all those guys are playing that mellow stuff. You don't hear anything about Tom Araya beating his wife, do you?
I've yet to hear a word about that. Never trust a hippie. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, right. There you go. So, or, like I said, hippies go home. Digging through my old punk rock store. I forget you don't follow me on Instagram.
I'm trying to keep up. I did just install Instagram and Snapchat on my phone.
Snapchat, man, that's heavy. It's heavy.
Well, Bloody Elbow is about to start putting stuff out on Snapchat, so I need to be able to
okay, maybe I'll step into that Snapchat reality. But anyway,
we'll see. Right. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. And so far, I looked around. I couldn't figure out what to do with it. So olds on Snapchat. It's,
we got to go on to chase the kids off. That's what has to happen.
Exactly. We get out there and just make it old and musty, and they'll run right away. All right, so now the co-main event. Oh, my God. Lightweight. Alex Oliveira and Will Brooks, former Bellator champ.
Of course. Big care.
Big care.
And if you remember, Oliveira was a don't care that moved to care.
Yes.
And I'm going to pick Oliveira.
Are you? Yeah, because he's entertaining?
Yep.
I see. But he got Cerrone'd.
Yeah, Cerrone's a different cat than Will Brooks, though.
Yeah, but Will Brooks is
he's a man with distractions.
Yeah, he's also boring.
Yeah.
But I got to pick Will Brooks, dude.
Okay.
Oliveira went to a decision with James Muntasri. Remember that guy? Yeah. And so, I don't know. Brooks has a chip on his shoulder.
Well, all the guys who come over from fucking Bellator do, but that chip, how far is that chip going to get you? People are all excited about Conor McGee and Alvarez. I want to say, well, Alvarez looked good. I mean, but you do realize he was getting fucked up before he knocked the dude out.
Yep. I think Alvarez plays right into McGregor's style.
Yep. I did like the smack. Look at your little boy belt. You got a little boy belt.
That was good. Did you see Jeremy Stevens trying to diss McGregor at the presser?
That was great, dude.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Well, but what did he say? What was said? What did Stevens say? What was it that caused it? I missed it.
Well, Stevens goes, I knock people out. You just get TKOs. The ref doesn't have to step in when I knock somebody out because they're out.
Why did he start? Why was he addressing McGregor to begin with?
To make money and raise his notoriety. I mean, come on.
So everybody's sitting there on the dais, and then he says, "Well, nobody asked him a question. He just raises his hand and says, "I knock people out, not like this guy."
He inserted himself into the conversation and brought McGregor in. He wasn't asked about compare yourself to McGregor.
And then what was his response? What was his response to?
Oh, it was feeble. You know who I am. You know who I mean, it was just like it was. Yeah, it was feeble. It was feeble. All right.
How come people can't do what I would do? Yeah.
Somebody?
No, which at that point I would say, hey, Connor, I've been working on impressions. You know what this is an impression of? Your mother.
Yeah, that would be.
I would get kicked out. Yeah, I wouldn't have a career very long, actually.
No, probably not. And it's amazing that you've got the career you do have, frankly.
If you see it, could you please tell me where it is?
We'll keep an eye out.
I'm looking. I've been looking for that career.
We'll keep an eye out. We're following various.
Yeah, all right. You have various leads.
Yeah,
I heard his career.
I enjoyed the video series about the DeMio gang on Aussie.com.
So say it again. You dropped out.
I've been enjoying your video series on the DeMio Murder Machine gang.
Yeah. That was all right. Of course, they haven't let me get near video since then.
Probably learned some valuable lessons. All right.
Yeah.
So now we're to the headliner: bantamweight John Lineker versus John Dodson, two former flyweight contenders. Although Lineker, I don't know that he ever made weight at that count. Both moved up to bantamweight. And Lineker's 3-0 at bantamweight. Dodson, of course, has a KO over the former bantamweight champ TJ Dillashaw. Has one win over knocked out Manny Gamburian in his last fight. So this is
it's a big care for me. I've always been a Dodson fan, and I've been a Lineker fan. And I think Dodson's has been one of those guys who just finished out of the money in a way that maybe caused me to see too much of myself in him. It's like almost guy. He was almost guy.
Almost the guy. Huh? What is it you see in yourself? The lightning fast reflexes?
No, the almost part.
The almost part. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
No, almost good enough, but not really quite. And then he also after when he got to the mountaintop, right? And I don't even remember actually what was said because I think it hurt too much. I blocked it out. After he got to the mountaintop, and then he found himself wanting against
DJ Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse. He then said something that was so Lost Battalion-esque that I just, dude, Jake. Next time. There's not going to be a fucking next time, for you. Yeah. And I've been pretty correct. There hasn't been a next time since then. So I'm looking at this fight. I think Lineker, he could better shoulder a loss than Dodson. And that's completely the wrong way to go about being a tout. But I'm going to have to go that way.
Well, I think Dodson has the speed and the skills. I think he's got a higher ring IQ than Lineker. But I think he's also got a lot more miles on him. He's only 6 years older than Lineker at 32, but he's been fighting longer. And I think.
Where is this fight going to be?
Portland, Oregon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, and I think, I don't know. Let's see.
Got to make a pick, son.
I'm picking Lineker.
All right.
Although it's hard for me to see how it happens unless Dodson has lost several steps.
Which we haven't seen.
No, we haven't seen it. But I'm making things interesting here since dude isn't tracking our picks anymore.
Let's see. So I have, speaking of tracking, I have 5 cares, and you are much more aggressive and optimistic with a forward position of 7 cares.
Yeah, that's me. Although I'm not even going to watch the fight card, so I got.
You're not going to watch it.
No, I've got a Cub Scout camp out Saturday night. So.
All right. Well, I had to go dancing last week.
I thought you wanted to go dance. I thought you were like what is that dance they call the tapioca, the teriyaki? What is it?
No.
Tango.
Tango. I did tango on Sunday, and then Saturday night I went out disco dancing, which I had a great time.
Did you do like the old Studio 54 moves or? Have
you can't. The crowd was so. I did do some of those, but the crowd was too packed for me to be able to bust loose with either the Latin hustle, or the Spanish hustle. Couldn't do it. You know.
I see. So you just stuck to the fraudage.
No, it was called the rock or the spank. I did those.
I see. Sounds tawdry. Tawdry.
Frotage.
Frotage.
Yeah, it was great. It was a mixed venue, so it was fairly cool.
I see. Well, that sounds exciting. So that's our show. This is all the cares we have. Let us know your cares. Subscribe to MMANation.com on YouTube. Subscribe to MMA Nation on iTunes. Get the audio without the ugly. Follow us on Twitter at KidNate, at Eugene S. Robinson. Eugene, what are you trying to do there?
I got a thumbs up.
The thumbs up is actually an icon that looks like this. It's on your screen here below us. So give us a click there.
Well, my thumb hurts, so I use my secondary thumb.
And read me on bloodyelbow.com. Read Eugene at Aussie.com. Sometimes Vice's Fightland, although not anymore.
The Columbia Journalism Review just blew the top off of that. It's like, man, this is and they just Vice TV just moved a bunch of full-time employees to freelancers and clawed back their vested stock. I have understood.
Ouch. Yeah. That is brutal. Yeah, I'm a fan of Vice's work, but not their practices so much. And it does seem like it's coming across. Plus, there have been allegations of inflating their traffic numbers. So,
well, everybody does that. But yeah,
Fox Media doesn't. No way. No way. You're not gonna find us out there with Vice and Facebook.
Yeah, right. Facebook has gotten that too, right?
Yeah, Facebook was pulling quite a scam where we won't get into that. That's not why people are watching the show. Anyway, Zane and Connor will be back tomorrow with the MMA section. Yeah. Zane will be back Saturday night with special guest Eddie Mercado for the 6th round, and then Eugene will be back with Knuckle Up to look back at the carnage. And then after this, we've got UFC 204, Bisping versus Henderson 2. So
my middle kid's got a birthday, the birthday thing Sunday night. She turns 18, so it'll be a late show for those of you who are fans of the live version.
All right, so stay up late if you want to hear. Are you going to be drunk?
I'm gonna get too drunk at my kid's birthday party. What are you, crazy?
And
then I figured what I did wrong. You didn't tell me about the little fucking button that says public, private. So I did the whole show having 0 viewers, thinking, man.
Sorry, I did that if I did it 2 weeks ago. So sometimes you gotta learn for yourself, Eugene. I can't be there every time.
Okay. All right. There you go.
So
all right, man.
Thanks, Eugene. Adios, MMA aficionados. We'll see you next time.
All right, later.